Did you know that simply changing the layout of your living room could turn your entire home into a magnet for wealth and good fortune? Or, on the flip side, unintentionally drive away luck and peace without you even realizing it? Hello there, I am Master Zhen. The living room is not just a space to welcome guests. It is the very heart of your home, a place where energy gathers and spreads throughout the house. A bright, well-ventilated living room that follows proper Feng Shui principles can create a powerful flow of prosperity. It can help your family get along better, bring you peace of mind, and attract great opportunities right to your doorstep. But if you get it wrong, even something as simple as the direction of your sofa, the placement of your coffee table, or the lighting and color choices, these can all become invisible blockages that stop the flow of abundance. They can create tension, trigger conflict, and bring about a heavy, uneasy feeling that is hard to explain. In today's video, I am going to reveal to you the most important principles to transform your living room into a welcoming space for wealth, peace, and positive energy. And at the end of the video, I will also share a simple yet incredibly powerful Feng Shui tip that can awaken your living room so that money and good luck stay with you for a long time. Before we begin, go ahead and leave an affirmation in the comments. For example, I choose to arrange my living room to welcome wealth and peace. And if you would love to keep discovering more deep and powerful Feng Shui secrets, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any tips that can help you maintain prosperity in your home. So what exactly are those principles? Let us dive in and find out together. The first and most essential principle is the overall layout of the living room. The space needs to be open and filled with natural light. Let's start with light. Natural light is the purest form of energy you can bring into your home. Just a single beam of sunlight shining through a window can brighten the entire room and spark warmth in the hearts of those living there. Like a stream of fresh water, sunlight flows into every little corner, sweeping away feelings of confinement and replacing them with clarity and freshness. Open up your windows and glass panels to let the morning sunlight flood into your living room. This simple action not only brightens the space, but also purifies the energy, dispelling the heavy atmosphere that tends to accumulate in dim areas. You will feel the difference immediately. Starting your day in a sunlit room uplifts your mood and fills you with positive energy compared to sitting in a dark, enclosed space. And to help soften and balance that sunlight, curtains are your best friend. Thick, dark-colored curtains can act like invisible walls that block freshness, making the room feel gloomy. On the other hand, lighter shades such as white, beige, or cream help gently diffuse the sunlight. When you let down light-colored curtains, the sunlight no longer feels harsh. It transforms into a soft glow that beautifies the room and brings a sense of peace to those within it. A bright, well-lit living room not only creates a great first impression for anyone who walks in, but more importantly, it nurtures the spirit of you and your family members. Every time you come home, the light greets you like a warm encouragement, recharging your energy for life. That is the magical power of natural light. It shines, it heals, and it quietly opens the doors for wealth, luck, and prosperity to flow into your home. Second, the space. A beautiful living room is not just about stylish furniture or harmonious colors. It is also about the openness in how the space is arranged. Walkways should be spacious and free from bulky furniture so that every step into the home feels effortless and relaxed. When the space is open, energy flows through like a gentle breeze, easily moving from the front door to every little corner without getting blocked or stuck. Imagine this: if the walkway is blocked by an oversized chair or table, anyone walking in will instantly feel cramped and positive energy will struggle to circulate. But when the layout is open and spacious, every step feels natural. The energy in the home can flow freely, bringing a sense of comfort and balance. Open space not only makes a home feel larger and brighter, it also has a direct impact on the emotions of everyone living there. A clear and uncluttered room encourages sharing, connection, and joy, while a cramped and suffocating space often leads to stress and unease. That is why keeping your living room tidy, well-balanced, and breathable is such an important Feng Shui principle. The more open and flowing your space is, the more freely energy can move, allowing peace and prosperity to settle naturally in your home. Third, the shape of the room. In addition to light and spaciousness, the shape of your living room also plays a key role in maintaining balance in Feng Shui. A room that is square or rectangular is considered ideal because it creates a sense of stability, security, and completeness. When you walk into a well-shaped room, the space instantly puts you at ease, like standing on solid ground. On the other hand, irregularly shaped rooms with sharp corners or missing sections can create feelings of unease and disharmony. People living in such spaces often feel restless, and it becomes difficult to find peace of mind. Fortunately, this issue can be fixed. Empty or awkward corners can be balanced by placing a potted plant, hanging a small mirror, or using a light to brighten up the area. Plants bring life and vitality. Mirrors reflect and expand the space, and lighting dispels darkness. These three elements are excellent tools for balancing out imperfections in the room's layout. With a bit of thoughtful design, even an imperfect space can become a place filled with harmony and comfort. Once you have created a bright and open space, the next element you need to pay close attention to is the sofa, often referred to as the heart of the living room. The position of the sofa not only affects the overall aesthetic, but also determines the sense of stability and the flow of wealth throughout the home. The most important principle is that the sofa must have a solid backing behind it. The ideal position is placing it against a wall. In Feng Shui, a wall is called shan, meaning mountain, symbolizing protection and stability. When you sit on a sofa with strong support behind you, you feel safe and at ease, like there is always an invisible mountain guarding your back. On the other hand, if the back of the sofa is left exposed, it can create a subtle feeling of insecurity. Over time, this can lead to hidden stress in the household atmosphere. If placing the sofa against a wall is not possible, you can fix the issue by adding a console table, a small bookshelf, or a decorative screen behind it to create a sense of support and shelter. In addition to support the direction your sofa faces, plays a critical role. Ideally, it should face toward the front door. This allows anyone sitting on it to easily see who is entering and leaving the home, creating a sense of control and security. This is a psychological detail that really matters. When we feel in control of our surroundings, we naturally feel more relaxed and confident. However, you should never position the sofa directly in line with the front door. That is where the strongest flow of energy enters and exits. Sitting right in its path can make you feel overwhelmed or unsettled, which over time may affect your peace of mind. A much better option is to angle the sofa slightly to one side of the front door. This way, you still maintain visibility without being hit by the full force of incoming energy. Another important note: never place the sofa directly under a window. Windows allow constant flows of light, wind, and energy. Having your back to such movement can lead to feelings of instability and unease. Plus, sitting in that spot for long periods could expose your body to drafts, intense sunlight, or temperature shifts, all of which may cause discomfort or even affect your health. Simply placing your sofa in the right position lays the foundation for long-term prosperity and peace in your home. A stable sofa anchors the space, connects family members, and invites a steady stream of positive energy and wealth to stay with you. Once the sofa is in place, the next thing to focus on is the arrangement of chairs and the coffee table. This is what creates warmth, connection, and the overall mood of your living room. In Feng Shui, the core principle is to arrange the space in a way that encourages conversation and sharing, not like a formal conference room. The chairs should be placed so they face each other, forming a natural conversation circle. This kind of layout creates an energy loop where everyone feels included and connected. Inside such a circle, eye contact becomes easier, conversations flow more naturally, and the space feels warm and welcoming. On the flip side, if chairs are too far apart facing away, or worse, turned with their backs to each other, the sense of connection is lost. The living room, which should be the center of togetherness, ends up feeling cold and distant. At the heart of this conversation circle sits the coffee table, which plays a vital role. It is not just a place to set down drinks or books, it symbolizes sharing. It is where stories are told, laughter is shared, and even worries can be placed down and supported by others. A central table is like the second heart of the room, keeping energy flowing and drawing it all together. Without it, the room can feel scattered like a circle without a center, disconnected and lacking emotional warmth. A common mistake is arranging the chairs to be too isolated or facing away from the group. This unintentionally creates separation, making people feel left out. In Feng Shui, how we sit reflects how we relate to each other. If seating feels disconnected, relationships often follow the same pattern. Family bonds may weaken, and guests may feel unwelcome. Now imagine walking into a living room where the seating is balanced, forming an inviting circle with a small coffee table in the center, maybe with a vase of fresh flowers. You do not even need words. The moment you sit down, you feel the warmth and openness. That is the power of thoughtful arrangement. It not only beautifies the space, but also nurtures emotional connection within the family. In Feng Shui, chairs and tables are considered tools for guiding energy. A circular, open arrangement helps keep positive energy flowing and concentrated within the room. On the other hand, a layout that feels cold or closed off blocks that energy, making it harder for joy and prosperity to stay for long. But having comfortable seating alone is not enough. Colors and materials in the room are what truly shape its emotional atmosphere. This is the next element you need to consider. Colors are like the breath of a room. The moment you walk in, you can feel whether the space is warm and gentle or cold and heavy. In Feng Shui, color is not just for decoration, it is a source of energy that directly affects your mood, emotional well-being, and the prosperity of your family. Earth tones like brown and beige are considered a solid foundation. They evoke feelings of stability and safety, much like the earth itself, supporting every step we take. A living room with brown or beige as its dominant color often feels grounded and comforting, helping the homeowner maintain balance and peace. In contrast, green brings fresh, clean energy full of life. It symbolizes growth like trees stretching upward in spring. Just adding a few green accents through pillows, rugs, or plants can brighten the space, spark creativity, and boost optimism. To make the room feel cozier, try adding touches of soft yellow or muted red. Yellow reminds us of early morning sunlight and spreads cheerfulness. Muted red adds warmth and togetherness, making the space feel more intimate and welcoming. That said, be careful with dark colors like black or gray. While they can bring a sense of luxury, if used too heavily, they may make the space feel gloomy or tense. It is best to use them as accents to create balance without losing the room's warmth. If color is the breath, then material is the body of the living room. Materials define not only how the space looks, but also how energy moves through it. When you harmonize soft and hard, natural and modern textures, you achieve a balance of yin and yang, a space that feels both grounded and warm. Among all materials, wood is always a top choice. A wooden table, wooden flooring or shelves made from wood offer a cozy, down-to-earth feel and strengthen your connection to nature. In Feng Shui, wood belongs to the wood element, representing growth, vitality and wealth. Its presence often gives a space a prosperous and abundant feel. In contrast, metal brings a completely different kind of energy. It is bright, powerful and orderly. Even small details like lamp frames, table legs or chair arms made of metal can add a clean, modern touch. Metal belongs to the metal element, symbolizing structure and strength, very beneficial when used in the right amount. To balance out these firmer materials, soft textures like fabric rugs and cushions are essential. A plush rug beneath the coffee table or a few cozy throw pillows on the sofa can add comfort, friendliness, and emotional warmth to the space. Glass and stone are also great for bringing in brightness and enhancing the sense of openness. A clear glass table can make the room feel more airy, while a light-colored stone wall adds a cooling, clean vibe. The key is balance. Do not let any single material dominate. Too much wood can feel heavy. Too much metal feels cold. Too much glass feels fragile and unstable. The secret lies in blending them wisely. Use wood as your foundation metal, as subtle highlights fabric to soften and glass or stone to brighten. When you balance these four elements, your living room will not only look stunning, but will also be filled with positive, uplifting energy. Once you have arranged your electronic devices properly, it is time to bring in some meaningful decorations and symbolic pieces, small details that can carry powerful positive energy into your living room. In modern life, it is rare to find a living room without a television or electronic devices. They have become a regular part of daily life for most families. However, from a Feng Shui perspective, these devices carry a special kind of energy, and if not positioned properly, they can disrupt the natural balance of the room. Even worse, they may weaken the emotional connection between people. The living room is meant to be a space for conversation sharing and emotional bonding. But when the television becomes the focal point of the room, everyone's attention tends to be drawn toward the screen. As a result, a space that should encourage connection turns into a silent zone where people may sit side by side but remain separated by the glow of the screen. That is why in Feng Shui, the television should never be seen as the soul of the living room. Instead, it should play a supporting role, used only when entertainment is desired. The ideal placement for a television is off to the side, rather than in the central energy spot of the room. If the television becomes the main focal point, it can absorb all the energy in the space, as images and sounds are constantly pulling attention. This creates imbalance in the energy flow. If you have a large television and cannot avoid using it, consider balancing it out by placing a plant nearby, hanging artwork, or adding a bookshelf. These elements provide a place for the eyes to rest outside the screen and help soften the intense energy that electronics naturally emit. Another important tip: turn the television off when you are not using it. Even when silent, a dark, reflective screen gives off a cold, empty feeling, like a void in the middle of the room. Feng Shui experts often suggest hiding the television behind a wooden cabinet door, a curtain, or blending it into the decor when it is not in use. This not only warms up the space, but also reduces the subtle stress caused by the presence of electronics. Aside from the television, other devices such as speakers, sound systems, or gaming consoles should also be arranged thoughtfully. Ideally, these should be grouped together in one neat area with all wires tucked away. A mess of tangled cables is not only unattractive, it also disrupts energy flow, creating a sense of chaos. In contrast, a clean, well-organized living room with electronics neatly in place allows energy to flow smoothly, making the space feel calm, comfortable, and full of positive energy. After keeping the presence of electronic devices under control to maintain harmony, we also need to pay attention to often overlooked areas of the living room, specifically the dead corners. These are spots that may seem harmless, but can become places where stagnant or negative energy gathers if they are left neglected. In any room, especially the living room, there are often spaces known as dead corners. These could be oddly shaped nooks, dimly lit areas, or simply places that people do not really notice. Even if the room is beautifully arranged, a lingering dead corner can block energy flow. It can make residents feel uneasy, anxious, or emotionally heavy without knowing why. That is why addressing dead corners is not just about aesthetics. It is about unblocking energy and helping the room feel more balanced and alive. There are many Feng Shui solutions to activate these stagnant areas. The simplest method is to place a plant in that spot. Plants not only bring life, but can also absorb stuck energy and replace it with freshness. Even a small, charming potted plant in a dark corner can instantly turn a dull, forgotten space into a vibrant highlight. You can also use light to awaken dark corners. A standing lamp, a wall sconce, or even a small spotlight can illuminate hidden spaces. In Feng Shui, light represents clarity and positivity. So when dark areas are lit up, negative energy fades away and is replaced by warmth and calmness. Another way is to hang a mirror. Mirrors reflect and expand space, transforming a dead corner into a spot full of life. When light and images are reflected, the space feels filled in and no longer feels cold or incomplete. Just be sure to position mirrors wisely. Avoid placing them directly across from the front door or reflecting unpleasant views. In this way, every dead corner in your living room becomes an opportunity to improve the Feng Shui. With just a small plant, a touch of light, or a well-placed mirror, the room becomes whole. Energy flows freely, and positive energy can spread evenly. These are small changes with big effects, helping your home feel more comfortable while opening the path for long-lasting peace and prosperity. As you can see, the living room is not just a place to host guests, it is the heart of the home. It is the space that shapes the prosperity, peace, and overall energy of the entire household. Every detail, when arranged with proper Feng Shui, contributes to creating a flow of positive energy that nurtures happiness and helps wealth stay longer. The best part is, you do not need to make massive changes or spend a lot of money. Small adjustments alone can make a big difference. Your living room can become a space where anyone who enters instantly feels warmth, and you yourself will feel recharged, confident, and at peace every day. Before we wrap up, I invite you to leave a positive affirmation in the comments, something like, "I open my living room to welcome wealth and peace." This is more than just a statement. It is a promise to yourself and a way to activate good energy starting today. If you found this video helpful, do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another powerful Feng Shui tip. Every mindful change you make to your home is a gift to your present and a priceless legacy for the generations to come.